Good morning. Welcome back to Eyewitness News this morning. We have Charlie O'Hara here in the studio ready to take your calls and questions. You can give us a call here. Our number is 436-1212. He's always a wealth of knowledge. I love when people call in and he just has an answer for everything, it seems like. But, you know, we were kind of talking a little bit before we came on here just about, you know, there's all of these police killings we've been talking about, and we've got, you know, they're still searching for suspects and things. So I was kind of talking with Charlie a little bit about what all goes into this and, you know, how they take a long time and what kind of facts and evidence you need for things like this.
Well, we in the United States kind of pride ourselves on not jumping to conclusions. I mean, it's pretty, you know, you hear something happen and you want to jump and you think you know the answer, you think you know why somebody did something or why they didn't do it, what ought to be done. But really what due process is, what our system's based on, is the fact that we actually take our time and we look and we know the facts and don't just jump to conclusions. And it gets kind of charged on a lot of different levels with a lot of different groups, and it shouldn't be used really for political purposes. We ought to find out what's going on, make the right decision, make the right determination, and go through the facts. Sometimes to find the facts takes a long time. And we don't want people in trouble if there's not a case against them. We want at least probable cause, and that's the determination we have to make before we even go to trial with someone. And for the other governments may jump to conclusions, but in the United States we kind of pride ourselves on, we don't hold people in jail or charge them with a crime unless we think there's enough there that it's an argument at trial. And I think sometimes people forget they want to just go to trial even if they're, and the prosecutor really kind of has an ethical duty that he or she thinks they ought to be able to convict these people before they go to trial.
Right, and you know, I don't think this is necessarily for this case, you know, particularly, but what you kind of alluded to this, you know, when things become very politically charged, and, you know, I remember watching a documentary once on Sports Center, even about, you know, where everybody had, you know, some racism was being talked about a lot in the media, and it started to impact people's perception of that case, you know, so, you know, have you experienced that, or what role can that have in different cases?
Well, I mean, obviously, any of those type situations can influence how people think about something, what they, you know, how they perceive what's going on. But what we really want is our government, at least, when we're going to talk about charging people with crimes that would put them basically in a cage for a long time, that we have the facts correct. And we don't want to be charging people if there's no real reason to charge them other than everybody's emotionally or for some other purpose want something done. There needs to be facts to support the theory under the law.
Right, and it takes a long time. It's not a fast process, and
sometimes quick, sometimes it takes a long time.
Yeah, years.
Yes.
Even, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know you work really hard and got a lot of stuff going on, and we're just going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back.